find Derby? How did Derby find you?
Well, on my son's birthday, I took him to a Derby game bout in Mississippi, and I saw this girl named Pop-Tart. She was really tall, and there was a girl who fell down, and she just spread her legs and just rolled right over her. I mean, didn't hit her or anything like that. And I was just like, oh my God, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. I have to meet her. I have to be on this team. I have to learn how to play this.
Yeah.
Half of the girls here, maybe even more, are meat campers. So they're brand new. They're not actually members of the league yet. And so they're learning the basics. They actually just got to do their first scrimmage last night. So they're still working on things like stops, T-stops, plow stops, and I'm really bad at plow stops. I'm working on it, but I hate plow stops.
So we do a lot of Tabata, which is
I don't know what that is.
interval training.
Okay.
So you would skate as hard as you could, like as close to 100% effort as you could for 20 seconds, and then have 10 seconds of rest.
Okay.
You can do it with anything. You can do it with push-ups or burpees or like any squats, anything. So you do the exercise with a high level of intensity for 20 seconds, and then have 10 seconds of rest, and you go for like 8 or 10 minutes. And as a smaller person in Derby who does a lot of blocking, it takes a lot of work to learn how to stop and hold people, block people who are a lot bigger than me. So we do a lot of simple drills over and over again to work on, not being pushed forward and stuff like that.
I'll tell you, it's it's almost like another full-time job. I probably spend about 4 to 6 hours a day paying bills, reimbursing people for stuff, or working on various financial obligations, documentation, scheduling things, or whatever. And then I'm a board member on top of that because I'm the treasurer, and as a treasurer you have to be board member. So we have a lot of internal stuff that we vote on every single day. When things come up, if we want to do this or we want to do that, because there's a lot of promotional stuff that we have to do, and charities and stuff like that. So if an idea comes up that we want to support a charity, that'll come into the board, and we'll vote on whether or not we think it's part of who we are and what we want to do.
What do people not know about your sport and not ask you that you wish they did?
Well, we don't beat each other up. We don't punch each other. We don't elbow each other. We don't pull each other's hair. We don't hate each other. We're all really good friends. I mean, you'll see, we'll sit there and knock each other over and blah, blah, blah. And the next thing you'll see is hugging, Push up, push up, push up.
Can you give some information about how other people can get involved, either for the boot camp or to volunteer or help you guys?
Yeah, on our website, DCRollergirls.com, there is a newsletter and volunteer buttons that you can select, and we have information about becoming a meat camp and stuff like that. You can sign up for a newsletter, and our newsletter always have information about that in it too. And if you're a transfer skater from another, we have that on there as well.